How to invest like the Louis Vuitton CEO, Bernard Arnault. Let's get right into it. Bernard Arnault is over 73 years old and is worth billions on his own. While most billionaires in the world own large tech companies, Arnault has defied convention. As a result, one question that has become increasingly relevant is how Arnault, a non-technologist, became one of the world's richest men. Bernard Arnault is famous for his insane investing skills, which have provided the majority of his current wealth. Similarly, the majority of his fame stems from his association with Louis Vuitton. Despite coming from a non-tech background, Arnault has been able to surpass Bill Gates' net worth despite being behind Elon Musk in terms of wealth obtained. Bernard Jean-Etienne Arnault was born in Roubaix, France in 1949. Jean-Léon Arnault was a manufacturer and alumnus of Paris's prestigious École Centrale. Later, he inherited his father-in-law's civil engineering firm, Ferré Savenel. Bernard's mother, who was the daughter of Etienne Savenel, the owner of the Savenel company before his son-in-law, had a soft spot for the brand Dior. Thus, his family background and interests can be said to have moderately influenced Bernard's interest in luxury brands. He graduated from the Lycée Maxence Vandermeersch in Roubaix and the Lycée Faidherbe in Lille. He graduated in 1971 from the best engineering school in France at the time, École Polytechnique. Arnault began working soon after graduating, and he decided that his father's company would be the best place to begin. Within 3 years, he was involved in Ferré Savenel's managerial and infrastructure decisions. One of the first suggestions he made to his father was to shift the company's focus to real estate and rename it Farnell. Arnault became the company's president in 1971 and held the position until 1987, marking the beginning of his professional success. Following that, Arnault entered the textile industry by purchasing the Boussac Saint Frère business conglomerate, which also included Dior. Arnault was notified when the French government was looking for someone to take over the luxury goods company Financière Agache, and he completed his move with the help of Antoine Bernheim. It served as a stepping stone toward acquiring the Boussac Saint Frère company, which he eventually did by winning a bidding war. Arnault acquired Dior and Le Bon Marché, as well as Conforama and Peau Douce, a diaper manufacturing company. According to Forbes, Bernard became famous for his nickname The Terminator after laying off approximately 9,000 workers after becoming CEO. Arnault decided to sell the rest of his business assets, keeping only the Le Bon Marché department store and the Christian Dior brand. When Financière Agache began to thrive as a business again in France, Arnault's skills as a business investor and leader began to shine through. Bernard Arnault's success has always been linked to the establishment of LVMH. The glorious journey began in 1988, when Arnault spent $1.5 billion to form a holding company with the Irish dry stout Guinness, which held approximately 24% of LVMH's shares at the time. He eventually became LVMH's largest shareholder, spending $600 million to acquire 16.7% more of the business conglomerate. Bernard's control over the LVMH conglomerate grew further the following year when he invested another $500 million to buy more shares. He controls approximately 43.5% of the shares and approximately 35% of the voting rights. His main business rival was Henri Racamier, the president of the Louis Vuitton Group. Arnault had amassed enough power to remove Racamier from the conglomerate's board of directors. The next chapter in his business career began when he was unanimously elected chairman of LVMH's executive management board. The rest is history, and Arnault built his company into one of the largest in just a few years, becoming one of the richest men in the world. Under Bernard's leadership, LVM experienced extraordinary growth, including a 5-fold increase in profit margins and a 15-fold increase in market value. By 2020, the conglomerate would own approximately 75 luxury brands. Arnault's business strategies gave individual firms enough freedom and space to thrive, rather than grouping them with the LVMH group. This method of decentralization served him well. The key to Arnault's success has been his attention to detail, readiness to seize an opportunity at the right time, and love of luxury. LVMH was such a monumental achievement in Arnault's life that it frequently overshadowed his other accomplishments. For example, through the holding company Europat Web, he invested in web companies such as Boo.com, Liberty Surf, and ZBank. In 1999, he invested in the online streaming service Netflix through another of his holding companies, Groupe Arnault. By 2007, Arnault was reported to own 10.69% of France's largest retailer, Carrefour, in collaboration with the Californian firm Colony Capital. Carrefour is also the world's second largest food distributor, so this was a significant victory for the billionaire investor. Bernard has a taste not only for art, but also yachts. He is known to have spent millions of dollars on the luxurious Princess yachts. The French billionaire's net worth is expected to reach $160 billion by 2022. In 2019, he overtook Bill Gates as the world's second richest person, and he also briefly held the title of richest person. With exceptional business expansion skills, he has achieved massive success over the years. And there's no stopping for his family. His son, Frédéric Arnault, has excelled in his role as CEO of Tycoon. The 27-year-old has competed in tennis against Roger Federer, and Félix Auger-Aliassime speaks 4 languages and even plays the piano like his mother. He was even a Facebook intern once. When it comes to luxury goods, the Arnauts are the world's first family. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.